Welcome to another video. My name is Georges Rabenna. I'm an astrologer, and in this video I tell you how I became independent and how I basically am free of the system. I do my own thing. I don't have a boss. Nobody tells me when to work, how to work. Every penny I earn on my own. So I want to tell you how I did this and how you can do this too, knowing that if you want happiness in the long term, if you want health mentally, if you want peace of mind, because you're not going to have any peace working in the system unless you are an anomaly. And I am an anomaly. And I want you to be one too. Because unless you are different, unless you do the opposite of what everybody else is doing, you're never going to be happy. There are very few people, some call them NPCs, for the right reasons, who are happy in the system, who are happy doing things that they hate to do. I mean, unless you really love your job, you're not going to be happy, because the system is set up to make you fail. I could never work for the system. I have tried, and this is my story, where for years and years and years I've tried to play by the rules. I went to school. Everybody told me, just go to school, just learn, and then if you can't do that, then do what we call Ausbildung in Germany, which means like training. Train as an apprentice, earn 900 euros a month for 3 years, working 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, and then earn 2,000 a month while still working 12 hours every day in the week. Like, you telling me I get 8 hours sleep if I'm lucky, and out of those 24 hours in a day I have to work half of those hours. I have to sleep the other half, and when I get home I have 2 to 4 hours for myself for the rest of my life. When I realized that that's going to be my future, and that was the last time when I quit a job. Actually, no, it wasn't my last. It was before my last. I was a dentist assistant in training. And I realized, damn, 6 days a week, 10 hours, 900 a month, 3 years. Ciao. I'm not doing that. It led me into a depression because I wasn't as solid as I am now. I realized a few years ago, when I started doing this online business in 2020, that it takes time to build a business. So I went around going from slave job to slave job, being depressed while doing it, of course, because how can you not be depressed? And hating every second of it, while building this, while working full time every single day. I was focusing on building my presence online. I wasn't taking any course in business. I wasn't following anybody. I didn't read any books. I didn't even watch any YouTube videos on how to be independent. All I did was to learn how to do astrology. And I did this looking at my chart, looking at the charts of my friends, of my family, and being like, okay, how can I read this? And then I asked, okay, what does this Mercury in the 12th house mean? Google it. Get some books on it. Figure out all the intricacies of that house, of that planet, the symbolism, the correspondences, the keywords. And then I went into the next thing. Okay, next placement. Sun conjunction Sirius, a fixed star. Okay, what does this mean? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, what does Sun conjunction Lilith mean? Because I'm the privileged one person who has this placement. So I googled that. And bit by bit, it took me a few years. I've built this business doing nothing, nothing, except doing my research, trying to figure out how to read the chart, and then just doing chart readings. Really. Not a special formula, no secret, no course, no books, no videos, nothing, just learning by doing. And now I earn more than enough. I've been doing this for 3 years. I don't need to be cleaning toilets. I don't need to go to school learning things I don't want to learn. I don't need to work at a facility doing something that I hate, vomiting when I go home, because how much I hate myself for allowing my soul to waste my time incarnating into this shithole of a job. I rather die than work in the system. And once I realized that this is who I am, that I don't function in the way that most people do, because clearly, for some reason, I don't know how, most people are in these jobs. Well, I do know how. Because they are driven by the reptile brain. But not driven by their soul. They don't have the privilege of having an astrological blueprint that gives them activated DNA that makes them vomit while being in their jobs. They don't have that. But they do have the soul. Their soul still hates it. But it doesn't hate it enough. So that's something I realized, that the only way I can be independent is if I hate the alternative so much that I'm willing to die for it. Because otherwise, I could never stay motivated to be doing this. How can you be motivated building something from scratch, not knowing what you're doing, going from paycheck to paycheck? Because that's most people. At the start of their business, there you have nothing. You got nothing. So you need something. And that something, that resource that gives you success long term, is not going to be some kind of business coaching. You can take as much business coaching as you like. It's not going to be a book or a YouTube video. Not even this video. But I'm telling you what it's going to be. So listen up. You need to be motivated. How can you be motivated to resist the dance of the devil? How to resist when fear tries to take over? When the reptile brain tells you, oh, but we need stability now, it's not going to work, you need to be a slave now. But if you're so busy being a slave, you can't be building this business. But what you can do a side job, like mini job or something, just to barely pay for your bills while you're building this. If you hate your job wherever you are now, nothing stops you from leaving it and doing something that you hate a little bit less, just so you can pay the bills, while you learn how to do something that gives you long-term independence, where you're your own boss. Entrepreneurship, doing your own business, is your only hope. Your only hope, not Bitcoin. Everybody's doing Bitcoin. And guess what? Everybody is in a job that they hate. And you're telling me that Bitcoin is working The same people who tell you that Bitcoin is working are the people who are in a job they hate. Don't listen to those people. Don't listen to me. But of course you're listening. So yes, listen to me. No bullshit. Listen to what I have to say, because I'm telling you, you need a talent which is synonymous with an interest. Your main interest, your main passion. What do you want to do? And then you need to figure out, how do I make money while doing what I love to do? These three things. That's it. That's all. You don't need to do anything else. And then you need to do shadow work. You need to accept that the possibility that you may end up in the gutter, that you may end up broke, dead, or whatever, not to scare you. I'm talking to your reptile brain. The part in your body that has been hijacked to purposefully brainwash you and mind control you. I'm talking to this part now. That part of you that says, I'm scared. I want to go in the system because the system, it's safe, right? Everybody tells me it's working. The devil, in his trickery, has convinced you an illusion. It's never going to work. It doesn't work for anybody, except for a very small minority of people who are psychopaths and narcissists, because they don't mind selling their soul. But for the majority of people, we do mind selling our souls. If you feel sad, if you feel depressed, you need to ask yourself, well, what am I doing that stands in the way of what I actually want to do? And then you must do that. If you're sad, if you're unhappy, if you're stressed, it's because you're doing something you don't want to do and is distracting you from your actual fulfillment. Because as long as your energy is scattered, as long as you spend time working with a system, it's going to drain so much energy that you don't have time to even do anything else. Why do you think people need to work 6 days a week, 10 hours a day? What is that? So that the one day you have free in the week, you're too tired to try to make your own business. So leave that job, go to a mini side job if you can afford the bills with it, and learn this. Well, you don't need to become an astrologer, but let me talk to those people who do. If you do want to be an astrologer, you don't need to spend 3 years to build this up. You can do it in 1 year. You can buy my course, which is not that expensive, it's really cheap. It's one of the cheapest courses out there. And then you have lifetime support of me. I coach you and I just teach you to do what I do. And then you can do it and you don't need to work. This is a slave anymore. It's that simple. Or if you don't want to be an astrologer, then do something else. I was not always an astrologer. I was a detoxification specialist before this. There's plenty of people who are detox specialists. I could even train you to do that if you want to. I do also do a course on that because I used to do this. I used to make protocols, self protocols, coaching. It's very easy to be a detox coach. It's not hard. I don't know why people pay for detox coaching. I never paid for that. But it's a good business. Now, if you don't want to be that either, well, there's plenty of other options, I guess, I hope, I don't know. What I was before this, which I'm still doing it. Family constellation therapy, de-armoring, somatic experiencing, somatic embodiment. There's many practitioners online who do psychotherapeutic modalities like that. I'm not a psychotherapist because I've never worked in the system like that. I'm better. I work outside of the system. So I've only researched those things which you'll never learn in those places where the majority is going. And as you know, the majority doesn't have a clue. So I do psychology that actually does have a clue. And you can do that too. That worked just fine before I did astrology. So you can work in the physical coaching realm, you can work in the therapeutic realm, and you can work in the counseling realm. Very easy to do these three, which I've been doing. I'm saying easy because it wasn't hard to do this for me. Let me tell you why it was not hard. Because I like it. Because I enjoy it. So if something that you're doing is hard, stop doing it. It shouldn't be hard. Don't you like it? If you like it, what's... We've been programmed, brainwashed, whatever, to believe that it has to be hard to be successful. It's not difficult. It's difficult, however, to undo the programming that told you to be a hamster in the wheel and to work hard instead of working smart. If you're smart, you follow only your passion and let that be your highest authority. And then try to figure out how to make money from that passion, and that is really it. There's not much else to it, really. Now, I give courses to people, and what I teach people is that if you want to have a business, you need to have a presence. So you need to put yourself out there. Now, there's plenty of courses online, plenty of advertisements on YouTube, Facebook, of people who teach you how to earn money without ever showing your face, without ever contributing anything meaningful, which is called affiliate marketing. Now, every monkey can do affiliate marketing. Since I'm not a monkey, and I'm not everyone, I don't do that. But you can. It's easy, if you want to. It's easy if you like to be a monkey. However, if you're not a narcissist, you're not psychopathic, and your brain actually works, and you're not mentally ill, then you will not be happy being affiliate marketing person, and you won't do that. So what other options are there? You can sell products, you can make a business. I don't know how people do that, unfortunately, so you have to go somewhere else. And then you need to protect yourself against brainwashing distractions. So let me tell you the three main challenges that you need to be aware of if you want to make your own business, if you want to earn independent income. Number one, beware of money schemes, fake money schemes, including Bitcoin, which is fake because it's gambling essentially. Are you a gambler? Are you a gambling addict? Then have fun with Bitcoin. If you're not, then don't do it. And why? Because you're not learning anything. You're doing that. That's a foundation built on sand. You want a foundation. If you want long-term success, you need a foundation that is built on something solid, something real. Bitcoin is a fantasy delusion. Oh, I will invest into this, invest into that, blah, 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 going back and forth for the rest of your life, doing something that only a robot is supposed to do. If you do that, you are betraying your soul and you are mentally ill. So don't do that. Number two, if you don't do Bitcoin, if you're not falling for distractions, other distractions. This system uses agent Smiths and uses people, friends, family, loved ones, hopefully not, but if you have loved ones, cut them off, who will tell you that you can't do it, that you're crazy. You are mentally ill. So the mentally ill will tell you that you are mentally ill for even trying, for motherfucking trying to do what you want. Yes, people think you're mentally ill for doing that. So be prepared. Number 3, commitment. If you want success, you must be committed like there's no going back. Because if you're not committed, all the distractions I mentioned earlier, especially number 2, friends, family, system, they're going to pull you right back in. You need to be so committed, you need to be a fanatic. You need to be devoted, religiously. Like Sagittarius. The sign of commitment, Sagittarius, you may not believe it, but it's a sign of using a path, staying on that path, and never looking back, never being distracted, never multitasking, only doing one thing, like a fanatic, like you're obsessed, right? You know those people who tell you, oh, why are you so obsessed with astrology? Why are you so obsessed with narcissism? Well, because I'm successful. That's why. If you want to have success, you better become obsessed. If you're not obsessed, you don't stand a chance. You don't stand a chance. Let me straight up real talk. El mano to whoever is looking, because obviously most of you are women. You, not against any woman. 70% of my clients are women because, you know, you like me, I like you. Because I vibe with women, you know, it's just, women are more into astrology than men. If you are not obsessed with your business, how you have to understand you're building yourself from scratch. You're doing something nobody else except this very small minority is doing. There's no support. There's no help. Everybody's working against you. People think you're mentally ill. They hate your guts. They're jealous of you. They're envious. They want you to fail. You see? The system is set up to make you fail. You're working not only against the system and people around you. You're working against yourself. Your own programming, your reptile brain, oh, don't do it, it's not safe, it's not safe. Yes, you are right, it's not safe. It's not supposed to be. If it was safe to do your own business, everybody would be doing it. Why do you think most people don't do it? Because they're afraid. They think it's a waste of time, waste of energy. Your reptile brain will scatter your energy. It will drain you. It will demotivate you with fear. And then you will be driven by fear. Most people are. So don't judge yourself if you are driven by fear when you start your business. I made this mistake in the beginning too. Fear is never going to last. Because you can't build a business on fear. You can't motivate yourself long term on fear. It's not working because it's unnatural. It is against the soul because the soul knows no fear. So fear is the brainwashing, is the matrix. I know it sounds stupid, and looking as young as I do, it doesn't help my case to say something that is so classic. But yes, fear belongs to the system. It's completely illusory because it's only going to distract you from what you actually want to do. And if you don't do what you want to do, you're never going to succeed being happy long term. This is not just about money. This is not just about removing stress from your life, but it's a very important thing. It's about mental health. It's about physical health. It's about de-armoring. Really? Do you think I'm doing this because of money? Yes, of course. My reptile brain, I have it too, wants me to have money so it can shut the fuck up. But really, I'm not listening to that motherfucker, no matter what he says. I'm doing this because it's who I am. Do you know who you are? If you know who you are, the reptile brain is not going to win. They are not going to win. They can tell you you're going to fail. It doesn't matter if you fail. If you are who you are, you won't spend much time making choices. You won't regret if it doesn't work out, because it's very likely to fail. Of course it's likely to fail. That's what they're telling you, right? And you believe it. But if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not for you, then it is good that it fails. But at least you fucking tried. If you don't try, you can never succeed. But trying isn't enough. It's still operating from a position of, I don't know what I'm doing, what I'm supposed to do. You need to know who you are. Are you somebody who's supposed, who wants to do God knows what everybody else is doing? Or are you somebody else? Are you at the edge of humanity? Are you on the outskirts? Are you like me, like an exile? Or are you a philosopher, a teacher, a monk, a healer, a shaman, a medium, a priest, a mother, a father, a guy, I don't know what. Because if you don't specialize, if you don't identify yourself, if you don't separate and individuate, none of this is going to work. So this is founded upon your identity. So this, what I'm doing, is my identity. Of course, you can explain it through astrology. You can say, you just say that because you have an Aries midheaven. And of course, your identity is your job. If your job is not your identity, that's fine. It doesn't have to be. I mean, it's just work. It's just a small part of your life. It's not... For me, my life is work. Because I like it so much. It's not work. It's fun. But not everybody will be like this. But if you find something that you like, you need to put it somewhere. Like, is this supposed to, like, what am I supposed to do with this that I like to do? Now, of course, the best way to figure it out is astrology. Because astrology can tell you right away, okay, this is my talent, this is what I'm supposed to do, this is what I like, this is what's going to get me money, dum, tuck, 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 and it's done. It's done. Like immediately, just looking at your chart, you can figure it out in an instant what you're supposed to be doing. So, you really should be learning this. I mean, if you don't know astrology, how are you going to figure out anything? You would have to do a lot of trying and erroring. And, yeah, that works for some people. I mean, there's more than enough people where it works. But it takes so long. I mean, look at me. Why do you think I'm only 28 and I'm already independent? Would you believe me if I told you I have not worked for more than a few days of my life until now, and probably until I die. Not even more than a few days. Any job that I started, I quit within less than a week. Within less than a week. Because I hated it so much, I couldn't stand it. It's through my hatred that I managed to do this. If I didn't hate the system so much, I would never be successful already. The more hate you have, the quicker you're going to succeed. And people are going to judge you. They're going to say, you're so difficult. Why do you need to be so rebellious? Why are you not rebellious? What's wrong with you? Why are you doing things you don't want to do? I don't understand. I'm not autistic. Yeah, I'm not some kind of narcissist. I'm not mentally ill. Quite the opposite. I'm very mentally healthy. I'm on the edge of humanity. I'm so mentally healthy. Not gonna waste 10 years, not even 1 year, not even a month working in the system. Does it mean you're not mentally well if you work 6 months or a year in a job? You answer that question yourself. The point is, I made it early. Because number one, I hate the system. I hate it with my soul. I know the system is my enemy. This world is my enemy. The people in the system, everyone around me, is an enemy. Enemy everywhere. So I must be in charge of myself. Because otherwise, enemy is going to be in charge. Enemy is going to destroy me. Number two, I like doing astrology. It's fun. It's easy to do something that's fun. I can work 10 hours a day and be like, yeah, this was fun. I can do this all my life. I don't care. Number three, I grow through what I do. If you're not growing in what you're doing, your job, your profession, entropy, death is crisis, death is destruction, death is rotting. Are you rotten? You will rot everywhere where you do not grow. That's the only two choices, grow or rot. This is expanding constantly. I'm learning something all the time. So this is like limitless. Are you limitless where you are? Or are you restricted? Are you like in a box and you can't see any way out? Are you like, I need to follow this specific rigid path and I can't make any decisions except this one? You need to get the hell out. You need to get out quick. Yeah? The more time you spend there, the more rotten you will become. All the suppressed emotions, all the suppressed feelings, the suppressed dreams, desires, ambitions, they're rotting in your core. I know, because I've seen it. Because that's the reason I'm doing this so early in my life. I've seen the rotting in my body. I can feel it. I'm hypersensory perception. I can see the brainwashing. I can see the programming. When I close my eyes and I tune in for a while, I can see the crosses. I can see the Jehovian seals, the Jehovian implants in my body. I can see the reptile eye in my reptile brain, which is an implant of an alien species. I can see demonic entities. I can feel them when they're in the room. I can feel them in other people. I can hear them whispering in my ears when I'm sleeping, at a friend's house and when somebody is demonically possessed, the demons always come to me. They come to me because I can see them. Because that's the home. This is where we live. In my friends, in my family, in the system, in the job that I went to before in the past and I quit after 2 days. Everywhere. Demonic possession. Demonic infiltration. Dark forces. Now you can say, oh, you're delusional. I don't care. I'm the most practical person I know. I'm not delusional. I'm very down to earth. My name, Georgios, means guardian of the earth. Of the earth. Earthy. I'm a number 5. I'm a Hierophant, represented by Taurus in astrology. Because I'm born on the 5th of July, which is the day the sun conjunct Sirius, the brightest star at the sky. I can see what's going on. Yeah, I'm not fucking delusional. So it's not hard to break free from something that you can see so clearly. It's your enemy. It's evil. When you can see evil, doesn't stand a chance. It can all evil, the devil, the system, your friends, your family, these can only manipulate you if you don't see the evil behind them. If you can see the evil, you're free. Sirius, this dog star that I have prominent on my sun, is ruler of the third eye. Now the third eye, you need it if you want to be successful, let me tell you. Because this is a spiritual war. You have been at war. You can't be successful if you don't understand what you're up against. I'm making this video because I've been going through another period recently where I asked myself, how long am I going to do this astrology? Am I going to do this for 10 years more? Because I'm still at the beginning. I've only been doing this for 3 years. I don't even have 10,000 followers. I have like 1,600 followers. It's nothing. It's nothing. Nobody knows me. But it's the only thing that works for me. It works so well that I don't have to work in the system. I don't have to do anything people tell me to do. And I only just started. It's only the scratch. So, what is this fear I've been feeling? I've been feeling like uncertainty. And when I realized, the uncertainty about money, stability, that's not what it is about. That's not what I'm doing. Why I'm doing this. I'm doing this because it's who I am. I'm doing this because I want to. And I'm not doing it because it works. I never decided one day, I'm going to do this business because money. Money was never a priority. If money is your priority, that's fine. But that's how people get stuck in jobs that they hate, because of money, right? Like, why do you go to a job you hate? Because of money. There's no other reason. Now, what happens if you no longer care about that money? Of course, it's not going to happen. You always care about money. You need it to survive. You need to pay your bills. But how much do you need? Make a list. What are your expenses? Did you ever make a list? I make lists on my computer. I have a PDF where I put the expenses every single day. And at the end of the month, I have an exact total of the expenses of that month. My expenses per month are very, very small because I pay attention. So if you want to start your business, you also have to be good with money. Are you good with money? Are you good at saving? If you're in a job now, in a normal job, you need to make some savings. Because you need to calm your reptile brain, your enemy, which is inside your body, your enemy. You need to calm it down. Because it's going to tell you, oh, you need crops for winter, you need money. Because if you're so busy being depressed because you don't have money to protect you in case it doesn't work, which it well may be not working, until a while, right? It took me 3 years. Okay? It could take you 1 year if you take my course. But it's going to take some time. So make savings every month. What is your expenses? How much do you need? Then make a plan. You need to know in your mind's eye exactly what is the amount of money you need to earn every month. And then all you need to do is to work towards that money with your side hustle, which is not your side hustle, which is your real job, while you're working in the matrix. This is your way out. Work on your real job. Make a plan. This is how much money I need to make with that job. And then learn it while you're working in the matrix. And if you don't have time, quit that job, go a side job, so you can build this. When you have enough time for my course, when you have enough time for whatever research you do online, and learn. Because if you want to be mentally healthy, if you want to be healthy, period, just living a normal life, just being happy, you must quit. You must quit the system. You can't stay there. I don't understand. Who wants to stay in that? I have so many friends, they're all staying in the system. They see me and they're looking at me like they're looking at the ghost. You know what kind of conversations I have with my friends? They're like, it's like they're ignoring what I'm doing. They try not to think about it. No, you are an anomaly. I can never do that. No, I will not even try. Oh no, you are just delusional. Eventually it's gonna crumble. You see, don't worry. Meanwhile, I'm so miserable. I hate my job. Yeah, you gotta crumble. I will not try what you try. Good luck, you will crumble. Oh, I'm so miserable. Really? But that's literally everybody. Everybody. Don't be like that. Don't hope secretly that I'm going to fail. That everybody who does their job is going to fail. That's miserable. That's demonic. And you know what's angelic? And you know angels are demonic too, but what's divine? Yeah. Do you know what's divine? To hate what's demonic. To be an enemy of normal jobs. And to know deep down you will never stay there. You are dead set. You are obsessed getting out. If you're not obsessed getting out, they have you. They have you. Because it's hard to get out. You know, no, not really. It was not hard for me. I'm lying if I say it was hard. It was not. But it is hard to figure out initially what is it you want to do, and then how to make money out of it. It is only hard maybe for 5 seconds, 5 minutes, an hour, a week, a month, a year. I don't know, but it's going to stop. In the long term, if you're really doing what you like to do, it will never be hard. No, it can't, because it gives you energy. To give what you want to give is giving you. So why do people like to help each other? Why do they gain energy from it? because they want to help. Now, people who don't want to help, who help because of fear, because of shame programming, these are the same kinds of people that turn into narcissists and psychopaths. And narcissists and psychopaths are in charge of most of these jobs. So if you're working in one of those jobs, you are working for narcissists and psychopaths, really. You're working for demonic entities. You're being exploited by them. They're draining your energy. So plan your escape. You're not doing this for money. You're in a war against evil. Okay, like you're working against mental illness, because it's going to rot your brain to know, oh, somebody's draining your energy constantly and they're laughing, running to the bank, while you work your ass off doing something you hate to do, being stressed all the time, miserable all the time, wondering, oh no, I shouldn't be miserable. Everybody's doing this. Everybody is doing this, and everybody should be miserable doing it. And if they're not miserable, they will be. Actually, they are. They won't be. I don't have to do what they do to me. They wish that I was as miserable as they are. I don't wish them for them. I wish them to get the hell out, whatever they are doing. I want them to do what I do, and they want me to do what they do. The difference between us is I'm happy and they are not. So you need to go there. And if you need help, if you need assistance, the assistance is available. I teach one-on-one through my course how to do exactly one-on-one, method by method, step by step, through an archive of over 25 PDFs, and one-on-one personal guidance, in person, in video, and on Messenger, lifetime service for free, on top of the course. How to do what I do, and I'm not satisfied until you're doing it. And I want you to get the money in the bank, doing a reading, delivering it, and then I want you to do 3 readings in a month, and then eventually I want you to do 10 readings in a month. And the moment you get there, all your bills are paid. 10 readings. 10 readings. 10 readings is all I need to pay my bills. Do you know how easy this is? This is so easy. Do you know how many hours I work in a week? I think between 5 and 8 hours, tops. Did I take a business course? Did I get some kind of counseling? Did I do some training? Did I go to university? Nothing! All I learned is astrology. That took me a while. Yes, it took me a few years. It didn't cost me anything. Didn't drain my energy. I wasn't miserable, not even for a moment. Not for 1 second. While I've been doing this for 3 years, was I miserable. So then people come to me and say, you're just, you're this weirdo. You will not succeed. They would love me to fail. They would love to see me crashing down. I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. That's how you need to think. This is personal. This isn't just some minor thing to be free of the matrix jobs. They're trying to get you. They want you to be miserable. They hate you. Plan your revenge. Get back at them. Show them that you're not one to be trifled with. That they are wrong and you are right. Not through your words, but through your actions. Live happily. Earn without trying. Enjoy without worry. This is where you want to get. If these are not your goals, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be miserable. This is not a prison. Yes, this planet seems like a prison. It is for most people. Not because of how this is set up. It's not about the setup. It's not about the body. It's not about the physical. It's not about the money. It's about your mind. It's mind control. Oh, you're going to die, so don't try it. It is too difficult to be your own boss, so why would you go there? It's just mind control. If they control your mind, they control your body. So you're breaking free from mind control. That's all you're doing. And the moment you break free from mind control, oh my god, this planet is actually pretty cool. There's some fun things here. I know this body is hijacked, but it can still be fun. Until I'm getting the hell out of here, I will make it fun. I'm not going to be miserable on this planet. They can try to make me do what everybody's doing. But to be honest with you, I'd rather die. I'd rather end up in the gutter. And I actually planned for it, you know. You need to be like this as well. I know you don't need to do anything, but I recommend that you plan your exit. Plan B. If your business doesn't work, you need to have a plan B. Just to ease your mind. Not because you actually need a plan B. You don't need anything. You can do what you want. But the plan B will give you mental peace. My plan B is to end up in the gutter and die quickly. That's my plan. Either I succeed, victory, or I will die as a homeless person within 1 month, 6 months, as quickly as possible, hopefully. Victory or death. That's my only two options. This is my plan. And I'm very happy with that plan. Because I'm not afraid of death. I have already accepted that I might, there's a very small chance it's not going to happen, but just in case it happens, that I'm perfectly fine if I end up in the gutter. I don't have any plans for retirement. I don't have any health insurance or plans for health insurance. I don't have anything. I don't have any support. I don't have even a house. I have nothing except my business. And as long as it works, the bills are paid. And if it doesn't work, fine. Then I be homeless, dying, and then I leave this planet, and then I be happy somewhere else. Do you really think I'm going to waste my time doing things I don't want to do just because what I want to do isn't working? Then you're mistaken. So that's the nature of Lilith. That's the nature of Scorpio, Pluto, and Uranus. That's what I have, Lilith conjunction Sun. Now, if you don't have that, again, my condolences. But you don't need to be me to do this. You just need to understand the simple truth. It's freedom or death. If you compromise, you are paralyzed. If you don't aim for victory, then the only other option is defeat. Defeat, death, victory, success. It's neither one or the other. But what you cannot settle for, what you must not allow yourself to accept, if you want to be mentally healthy, right? If you want peace of mind, if you want happiness, you must not allow anybody to take away your freedom. You must not allow anybody to control you, no matter what they're offering you, no matter how much money they pay you, no matter how much secure your physical body is. Oh no, my vehicle will die. Then let it die. If it means to give up on your soul, then death is the greatest reward you could possibly hope to achieve. So, there's nothing to worry about. If it doesn't work, that's fine. You just die and then you go somewhere else. Really? A big deal? Really? All these people, I am tired of all these people around me telling me, you may die, this is not safe, what if it doesn't work out with your astrology? Then it doesn't work out. And? What, you want me to live in fear like you? You want me to be a donkey with a carrot on a stick? Get away from me. You're lowering the frequency in the room. I'm elevating it. Because I'm not attached to the room. You are attached to the room. You're a slave to the room. I can be in this room. I can be in that room. I can be in this body, in that body. It makes no difference to me. For as long as I am actually here, as I'm actually present, how can I be here in this body if I'm working for some MF, from some narcissist or psychopath, selling out? If I'm more attached to the room than I'm attached to my own soul, more attached to survival, reptile brain, remember, then I'm attached to what I actually want to do, which is what elevates and drives my soul. I'm not a robot. Transhumanist agenda. That's why we wanted to be, right? Remember, we wanted to be AI. We wanted to be like robots. Why? Why do we want to be a robot? Because robots don't care about what they want. They just following a program, just protect the body, just protect and serve. Let me earn the money so I can have a positive economy. Fuck the economy. The economy can submit to me. I'm not going to submit to the economy. So you can choose. Are you submitting? Or are they submitting to you? Are you subduing? Are you dominating? Are you winning? Or are you losing? It's eat or be eaten, right? That's what they say. The narcissism psychopath. Maybe they got something right for once. Of course, they have everything else wrong. But this, be a predator, push for what you want, or somebody else will take it from you. Of course, it's not about being devoid of compassion. You have compassion for yourself first things first. Compassion for your need for freedom, for your need for desire. And because you have compassion for that, you will have compassion for other people's freedom and desire. The narcissism psychopath, do you think they're entrepreneurs? Do you think they are business owners? From doing what they love? Not from doing what they love. They are from being robots. From using and exploiting other people. That's how they drove to the top. That's not what I'm suggesting at all. You go for what you want. You don't want to exploit people, right? Unless you are a narcissist psychopath, they want to exploit people. You don't. You don't want to exploit others. So why are you allowing yourself to be exploited? Do to others as you do to yourself. Well, if you're allowing yourself to be exploited, you're going to exploit others. Really? Right? But if you're not doing that, if you're not submitting to the system, then you don't want anybody to submit to you either. A tyrant works of the system. An empath, like I know the term is triggering, but like an actual compassionate person, works against it. It's an act of compassion, an act of love, as you want to say, to do what other people tell you not to do. Yeah? Because they don't have any compassion. Nobody ever had any compassion for me. I needed to give myself that compassion. that tells me, honey, you shouldn't be doing things you hate to do.